Valdrin here again for another battle report from the Galactic Cup here, and this is the second quarterfinal, and this one is between ElCarlos on the left and BMF on the right. I think ElCarlos is called Charlie, and I don't remember BMF's real name right now, if I can figure it out during the report here. Anyway, so ElCarlos here, he's flying Vader in the TIE Advanced with the TIE X1 title, Veteran Instincts, Engine Upgrade, and Advanced Targeting Computer. He's got Soontir Farrell with the Royal Guard TIE title, Push the Limit, Stealth Device, and Autothrusters, and he's got an Omicron group pilot with Emperor Palpatine. And he's facing Han Solo with Predator, Luke Skywalker, C-3PO, Millennium Falcon title, and Engine Upgrade. And Jake Farrell in an A-Wing with Push the Limit and Veteran Instincts. So he's got the A-Wing Test Pilot title to have 2 EPTs. And he's got Proton rockets and Autothrusters. So let's see here. Everything is set up for the first turn here. They're placing their dials, and Carlos here has put Soontir right in front of the shuttle here to make sure it can bump and not move unless it has to. And that is what it does. It does a 1 straight right into him, and then Soontir does a 1 hard, and he's going to barrel roll in, I guess, yeah, to keep the shuttle under control for movement. And BMF here, he set up his ships straight across, going quickly for the Emperor here, perhaps, trying to close the gap and do as much damage as possible. We'll see, because Han is going 4 straight, and then he's boosting, and Jake is doing a 5 straight, gets the focus for the free boost, and he tries to target lock with Push the Limit here, but nope. And then we have Vader here, who's doing a 1 bank to the right, and then a boost, a left bank boost, trying to get in from the flank from the rebels here. And we're on to the planning phase here of the second turn. And here they have the dials. So I'm thinking that Carlos is going to try to get Vader in really quick here. Because the enemy aces are just closing the gap really quick, and if they can get concentrated fire at either Soontir or the shuttle here, he'll pour a ton of damage with them. Remember that Jake has Proton rockets, so range 1 Proton rockets is 5 red dice here, and he will have target lock and focus to modify the dice most likely. So the shuttle goes 1 forward again and bumps into Soontir, which means it has no action. And Soontir is doing a 2 straight, and then he turtles up, focus evade, and gets a free focus from his ability there. And Han is doing another 4 straight, just moving past Soontir there, and takes the evade action. And Jake is doing a 5 straight, and he actually bumps Soontir, it looks like. So that was a good move from ElCarlos here, because that means Jake will not have focus. So he can't shoot his Proton rockets, he can't shoot at Soontir. So yeah, that was a good opening for ElCarlos here. Vader has a hard 2, and he's going to think here, he might boost and then target lock, or he will target lock and focus on Jake perhaps. I guess he might want to target Han instead, because he can shoot at Han with both Soontir and the shuttle. So yeah, he's going to try target lock on Han to see if it's in the range, and yeah, it is. So that means he can get the extra crit. And I guess he's going to focus as well, yeah. So we're on to the shooting phase, and Vader shoots first, so 2 versus 2, range 3 here. He gets 2 focus, so he can spend the token. So, and then add a crit from the advanced targeting computer here. And so VMF is going to use 3-pair to get 1 here, gambling a bit here, and he's rolling 1. So together with the evade token, he is safe. And then we have Soontir who's going to shoot at Han. Because Soontir has initiative here, he's moving before, but he's also shooting before the rebel aces there. So 4 versus 1 against Han, who's used his token and 3-pair now. And he gets a really bad roll, just 1 hit. And at least it goes through, so 1 shield off of Han Solo there. And then Han is going to shoot back at Soontir, 4 versus 3 here, but Soontir is tokened up, so unless he gets a really crappy roll, he should survive at least, but Han gets good results here. He's going to use Predator on the blank, and then so he gets hit in a crit, and Soontir is safe from 1 focus token, and that means Gunner Luke's triggers. And now he targets the shuttle instead. So he gets crit hit, blank focus. He can use Luke to turn the focus one. So he's going to Predator the blank. So 2 focus tokens, or focus results, which one of them turns into a hit from Luke. And he gets an evade, so 2 shields off the shuttle. And then we have Jake also targeting the shuttle here. Focus blank, which means he's going to miss, and the evade there doesn't really matter. So then we have the Palpatine shooting back here, and I'm going to target Han, yeah. So hit focus crit blank, and yeah, he was going to use Palpatine there to get another crit. So 3 more shields off the Falcon, and we're back to dials. So opening shots were pretty good for the Empire here, even though Vader's 3 hits was just evaded by the Falcon there. So we'll see if the shuttle can be used to bump the Falcon here. We'll see. It'll be a tricky move for the Falcon here. Soontir is probably just going to go away and token up here. And Jake is probably going to do the same unless he turns on Vader. Well, Vader moves last because he has the veteran instinct, so it will be tricky for Jake to capture Vader in arc. So, okay, so the shuttle decides to stay put, which means there might be a hard turn 2 open for the Falcon here. Soontir hard turns to the right. Barrel rolls left and away from the rebels there, and then he tokens up. And Jake has 1 hard, and then he's gonna barrel roll and focus, or focus and then barrel roll, and then turret lock Vader, and 2 left turn with Han there. Yeah, I guess I would probably have moved the shuttle to make a bump there to make sure Solo has a trickier maneuvering here. But now he gets really close here, and he might bump Vader, and then Vader will take rockets from Jake, and that's exactly what happens here. And so I'm thinking that BMF is pretty happy here. He could have bumped with the Han Solo instead into the shuttle if the shuttle had moved. So Soontir has no shot, and then Han Solo has range 2 on either Soontir or the shuttle. So he's going to go for Soontir, and he misses. And Han rerolls them all to get 2 hits and a crit, and spending 1 focus for being safe there, and triggering Gunner Luke. And he's going to shoot the shuttle again, like last time. So hit, focus, miss, and he's going to Predator the hit. The blank one. He changed his mind here. He could have Predator the hit one to get to Luke triggering and then getting a focus to a hit, but he's so he gets a crit from the reroll, and then he's using. I mean, it was already the Luke shot. Yeah, I think that was the mistake there. So yeah, 2 hits and a crit, and the shuttle whiffs on the evade, so 3 more shields. And then we're going to have the rocket shot here. This is going to be a clutch moment. If he can like really hurt Vader here, he will be in a good position. So he gets 2 hits and a crit and a blank. He's going to target lock the blank. Yeah, and now Vader needs at least 2 evades here. He gets 1. He's going to use Palpatine to get another one. So shields down on Vader. Oh, sorry. We're missing the last die. There's another hit over there. 5 dice for rockets. So the crit goes through, which is not good for Vader. Sorry. And of course it's a direct hit. So Vader is down to 1 hit point here. This was not good for the Empire here. I think ElCarlos would have liked to rethink the move with the shuttle there and moved it to bump the Falcon. But now he gets to shoot the Falcon here. And he gets a hit and a crit. And BMF is going to use 3PO, call 0, to get at least 1 of it. Which means the crit won't go through. He gets 1 anyway. So just 1 shield. And we're on the dials here. And this looks tricky here. It's going to be up to Soontir, I think, to hopefully do this. But he moves before Jake and Han, so he'll have trouble catching them. Well, not Han maybe, but Jake will be almost impossible for Soontir to catch. As long as Jake just want to play keep away and then have Han Solo hammer Soontir with the Luke rerolls, because Soontir is probably always going to survive the first shot here. So the shuttle goes 1 straight, takes the focus action, and Soontir goes 2 forward, clearing a stress and tokening up here. And then we have a 5 straight getting out of dodge with Jake, and he's probably going to barrel roll to get out of Soontir's arc here. So he's going to target lock the shuttle, and I'm predicting a focus and then a barrel roll. Well, he's going to stay there. He's covered by the rock. And he bumps his own ship. And he just avoids the rock and goes past Vader, so he has going to have a shot at Vader with Han as well, trying to kill the Dark Lord here. Right turn. And BMF says that it didn't really work out like it didn't really work out as he hoped, so I guess he wanted Han to bump Vader instead, so he would be close to Vader. And Vader tokens up here, focus evade for his actions. And so Soontir starts here, 4 versus 1, it should be 4 versus 2, because it's through the rock there. So he gets 4 hits, spends focus. I think BMF wanted the Han Solo to bump Vader, yeah, for sure, because he would have stayed out of Soontir's arc. And here are the 2, let's see, he's going to use 3PO and gets 1, he's really gambling here, and he gets it. So when you have 3 green dice, you should always say 1. When you have 1 green die, you should always say 0. And when you have 2 green dice, it's you're just going to have to trust Lady Luck. So he gets 2 hits, so Han is down to 6. And now he's going to shoot Vader. Hit, crit, unmodified. And Vader blanks out, so he's going to use his evade token, his focus token. He's still going to take the crit. So he's going to have to use Palpatine. And then it's a Luke kind of shot here on Vader, so this is probably the end of Vader here. So 1 crit and 1 hit. No, he's going to Predator 1 focus first, didn't help him. and then using Luke's ability to get 1 hit and 1 crit. So Vader needs to have 2 natural evades, and he blanks out. So Vader's gone. And the shuttle here, shooting at Han Solo again. Hit, crit, and focus. So that's 2 hits and a crit, and nothing. So 3 damage on Han Solo here. And the last one is a crit. Blinded pilot, so he can't shoot next turn. So this is looking interesting. If he can shoot at Han Solo again next turn with the shuttle, I don't think he could, because Han is probably just going to run away now and boost, but it's not over yet here. So here we go. Yeah, a 1 bank with the Palpatine and taking a focus action. And then Soontir is 2 straight. I guess if Han does a 1 hard here, but he's not going to do 1 hard, he's going to do 2 hard, because a 1 hard will probably end up on the rock. So 2 hard to the left should be the best option for Han Solo here. Question if it will be blocked there. And then Soontir tokens up. And Jake does a hard 2. And boosts and takes the focus action to get a free barrel roll to start shooting at the shuttle here. And Han does a 1 hard the other way. Yeah, he didn't want to get caught in bumping Soontir in any way, and taking any risks there. And now he's just going to boost away and flip the blinded pilot. Well, he's going to do that in the shooting phase. So Soontir shoots first, but he has nothing. Then Han Solo flips the crit. And now we have Jake, so he's just got a range 1 shot there. And they're talking about the new blinded pilot that says you can't use Luke because you lose the entire attack. While the old blinded pilot would just mean you missed on all your initial rolls, which means Luke would trigger, but not in the new deck. So that's why I think that's a good option to use the new deck. But you know, FFG said you can pick either one. There are some good and bad in both decks, so it's still not a given which one you pick. So we have a Jake range 1, and he gets blank, blank, blank. He's going to use the target lock on all of them, and he gets 1 hit in the focus, and he spends the focus. Yeah, I guess he knows the shuttle is not going to shoot at him, it's going to shoot at the Falcon here, so. And there's a blank for the shuttle's green die, which means it's 2 damage going through, so 3 hull left. Oh, he's actually going to shoot on Jake. And he gets the hit and a crit. Well, it was a range 1 shot, so, and he had focus, so it could have been an opportunity here. I mean, if he did shoot the Falcon, he could have killed it. We'll see. It would have been only 3 dice. And he's using Palpatine here to get a 2nd crit. And Jake comes up with 2 evades, so it just goes to the shields there. It was a risk he took knowingly, and it might have paid off. I think targeting Solo would have been better, but it's easy to say now that we've seen the result here. Then we're going on to the next turn here, and we have a green 1 with the shuttle here. It's just bumping into Jake and just trying to hopefully getting arc on the Falcon here. And Soontir hard turns behind the Falcon, and he decides to token up since he doesn't really know where his enemies are going here. And then Han turns 1 hard right, and then he boosts away. It doesn't really work. And he's boosting to the left, which doesn't work either. Good thing with the new rules here that you can't boost off the map. So he takes the evade action, and I think he'll kill the shuttle here with Han. At least he's got a good shot at it. And Jake hard turns 2. Remove the stress, and he's going to do target lock on Soontir. He's in range, and then he's just happy. And Soontir shoots first here, which means they're thinking about can he target Jake here or not? And they agree that he is in. And then he's okay, so I gotta think about the target here. I would still shoot the Falcon. Yeah, he decides to shoot the Falcon. So imagine if he had targeted the Falcon last turn. Well, he just gets one hit. That's a bit unlucky. And he's going to use the evade here, saving 3PO in case he doesn't kill the shuttle. Oh, he's actually shooting back at Soontir. I still think going for the shuttle here for the kill shot would have been the wiser choice, since Soontir is still focused, double focused and evaded here. So he gets this one hit, and he's going to Predator, and gets the blank from the blank. And then he's going to use Han to reroll the other ones, and gets the focus and the hit again. And Soontir easily evades. And then he's going to use the second shuttle attack on the shuttle here. It's been like his standard procedure here. And maybe that's the right call. If you get a lucky one on Soontir, yeah, instead of just... if you're lucky, you get through. If you're unlucky, you target the shuttle instead. So he gets 2 hits, and he's going to use Predator on the blanks. He can reroll both, since the shuttle is particle 2. And he gets a crit and a blank. And that means if the shuttle doesn't roll an evade, it's dead. And it fails. And he's going to use Palpatine, which means it gets 1 hit and 1 crit. So we'll see what the crit is, if it's a direct hit. And it was, so it's still dead. And now we're going on to the next turn. So Soontir needs to get through to Han Solo and take him off the board really quick here. And then it will be some awesome dogfighting between 2 power skill 9 aces, in which Jake has the better option of moving last, but his 2 attack dice will not get through Fell unless he gets into range 1 and gets a bit lucky here. So Soontir hard turns and tokens up. JK turns, and Han Solo turns straight into Soontir, but it looks like they did not bump there. So this will be fun. So range 1 shot from Soontir, and he gets 1 hit and 2 focus. He's going to spend 1 focus for 3 total hits, and I guess he's going to call 0 with 3PO here. So yeah, so he gets 1 evade and has 1 hit point left, or 2 hit points left, because he has the evade token as well. And then the return fire, 4 on 4 in arc, so there's no Autothrusters here, and he gets 3 hits and a crit. And Soontir gets 1 focus, 1 evade, and 2 blanks. And with the tokens, that's 3. So 1 crit goes through. And that's of course a direct hit again. So Soontir is down to 1 hit point now. And this looks like the Rebel squad should be able to take this now, because Han will have at least 1 more turn of shooting. And there's no stealth on Soontir anymore. And then we have Jake shooting with his hit and a crit, of course, and naturally, no tokens or anything. And Soontir gets 1 evade and 3 eyeballs, which means Autothrusters can do nothing. And Soontir is dead. That was quick ending here. Unfortunate turn of events for ElCarlos. Good games, guys, here, and well done getting this far in the Galactic Cup, both of you. And we'll have good luck in the future for BMF here, and good luck to ElCarlos in your future endeavors. I think the big twist was at the beginning when the shuttle didn't bump Han Solo, so Han Solo could get within range 1 of Vader. And I think if ElCarlos could go back and fix one thing, I think that's the one he'd do. So yeah, that's it for now. I have 2 more quarterfinals coming up soon. So thank you for watching.